Hello and welcome to today's crypto review video where I'm going to talk about Student Coin, which is the first crypto platform that allows users to easily design, create and manage personal startup NFT and DeFi tokens, and it's also here to help students. And for transparency reasons, this is a sponsored video, just so you know. Please check the disclaimer in the description for more info. But let's talk about Student Coin and see what they're all about. Well, Student Coin, which is powered by the token STC, will allow for wide-scale tokenization by building the platform for both people and organizations to easily create, manage, and develop their own tokens. Tokenization is the future of the economy, where every person and company has its own token. Student Coin allows the creation of custom tokens and can be used for crowdfunding, trading, governing, voting, or payments. The tokens built with Student Coin are valued based on the central reference currency, the STC token, and can be traded and crowdfunded at the Student Coin's platform STC Exchange. Now, DeFi tokens issued by students to decentralize their student loans is one example of how STC-based tokens can be used, and that's actually one of the important aspects of Student Coin, in my opinion. And I think this is really going to help with those student loans, especially in countries like the United States. If you've been watching the Ramsey show like I have, you'll know how big of a problem those student loans are in the United States, and also in countries like the UK as well. They are quite high, but I think in the US it's where they're the worst affected, right? So basically, the whole purpose of Student Coin is to kind of help with that, and also with universities. Now, student coins around the world to raise awareness around the blockchain technology. STC community already connects students from 500 universities, and you can see a full list of the universities. Now, they are actually in collaboration with a number of these universities, I believe 2 or 3 of them from what I was told, but they are planning to collaborate with more universities. But at the moment, they're trying to get the students together to try to spread the word about Student Coin. So let's read about the goals, right? So their goals is to allow everyone, including businesses, to create and manage their own personal corporate DeFi and NFT tokens as easily as a social media profile, to make tokenization more mainstream by supporting education about blockchain technology, decentralized finance, and tokenomics. So how does it actually work? Well, you create your own token with the STC terminal. Users and organizations are able to issue and manage their own personal startup and DeFi tokens. You can learn about the tokens, so the STC educational panel educates about blockchain technology, gains new users, and promotes the Student Coin ecosystem in mainstream. Then you can also trade the token at the STC exchange. Users can trade, crowdfund, and track all of their personal startup and DeFi tokens issued with the STC terminal. Now, why Student Coin, you may be asking? And I really like how they've organized the website, because you can pretty much find the answers to any questions by just reading this information, right? Really nice. Nicely put here, as you can see, well organized. So STC is a reliable, fundamental, long-term project based on academic values. STC will allow you to create your own token and manage its uses at the STC exchange. So they're just reiterating here to make it very clear. The STC token holders will receive a cyclical payment generated in the STC exchange from the token trading fees and crowdfunding. STC is building a global community that connects both token holders and students, just like social media at the beginning. STC token works as the central and reference currency. By owning STC, the holder owns part of all tokens ever created with Student Coin. STC created the educational panel to promote tokenization and educate about economics, finance, and new technologies. And now if we look at their roadmap here, we can see that they've actually started this back in Q4 of 2017 when they created the STC ecosystem idea, and they've established the core team. And then we could see how they've progressed all throughout. But let's take a look at what's going on right now. So actually the last thing that happened was in Q1 of 2021, which is Student Coin officially launching during the STC Launchpad ICO. And in Q2, which we're at now, we've got the STC listing at major crypto exchanges. Well, that's the plan for this quarter. But for now, they're actually running the token sale. They're conducting the token sale at the moment, and we'll take a look at that as well. But first, let's take a quick look at the team here. So this is the Student Coin global team. We've got Wojciech, I think is pronounced, that's how his name is pronounced, who's the CEO at Student Coin, and the founder, as you can see, he is quite young. Also Andrew, who's the chairman of the advisory board, Caroline, Daniel, and so on. And this is like the core team here. Now, the thing is, they've also got their LinkedIn profiles linked to this, so you could kind of see what their experience is and so on. But one thing I found weird here, and maybe this is just an issue with the actual links where they've actually added them to the website, is if you actually try to click on the CEO's LinkedIn profile page, you're not actually getting anything. But if you click on another person here, so if you go to Daniel, for example, I went to Daniel, and you can actually see it here. You can see he's the CMO at studentcoin.org. Now, I cannot see his profile photo, maybe because it's not actually a connection. I've just basically clicked on the link. But you can see that he's been in the company for 1 year and 5 months, and the places that he's worked at before and so on. And again, if you click on other people in this group, you can actually see their LinkedIn profile. So the issue is only with the CEO, which is a bit odd because I would have expected to see the CEO's information as the most important one, right? Because this is the person that's actually kicked off the company, well, together with other people too, I'm sure. But we could see who's the marketing person here, both in the US and in the UK. We've got more team members here also in Australia, in Africa. So they're collaborating with students, as you can see here, in different countries to try to spread the word about student coin, right? The idea is actually good if you think about it. The question is, will they succeed? Because this is the million-dollar question, right? Nobody really knows at the end of the day, right? You can get more information on the token details, and we'll look at that when we get to the Etherscan bit, because I always like to check Etherscan's website and to check the smart contract in order to see what is the total supply, what is the movement like in terms of the transactions and so on. I always like to do that every time I do a review, if we have access to the information, of course. Again, you can follow them on social media. As you can see, they're on all these different social media platforms: Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, again being the most obvious one here for cryptocurrencies. As always, I always recommend you check them out on Telegram, join their Telegram group. And the fact that they've got a very active Telegram group is also good, right? There are admins there who are really helpful. I've actually had a look through just to see what it's all about. So yeah, if you go here on Twitter, you could see they've got almost 18,000 followers on Twitter. So quite a lot of people, and they are quite active, right? They've tweeted yesterday, they've tweeted the day before. So they're doing pretty much one tweet a day here on average, as you can see. Now let's actually talk about their Launchpad. Okay, so this is the important one here, because you may be asking yourself, well, how can you actually get into this? And again, this isn't financial advice. I always recommend you do your own research. I'm just here to expose the project to you and then for you to do more research. And I really like my community. I think that I really have a mature community, because every time I do this type of reviews, especially of sponsored videos, people do a lot of research and they come back to me in comments telling me all these different things that they've discovered by doing the research. And I really like the fact that you are doing your research, because this is how it should be. You should not ape into anything without doing your research, right? So yeah, I really appreciate my community for doing that, because you never know really, right? There's always a risk with anything in crypto, but they need to market themselves too at the end of the day. So they do have a good plan. The question is, will they succeed, right? So hence why I think that doing your research is very important. If you can figure out anything or discover something that was not discovered already, then do raise it, because that is important, and you can always bring it up in their Telegram group too to see how things are going, right? The whole point is to minimize the risk as much as possible. Okay, so let's take a look at this Launchpad here. So actually, if we go down at the Launchpad, we've got the token sale here. Okay, this is the Launchpad phase 138, which is live at the moment. 137 phases have been completed. They've raised almost $500,000, and their idea is to raise $750,000. That's what they've estimated they need in order to kick off this project really. Now, how can you invest? If you are interested, you can do so with USD directly with fiat, right? With a credit card or debit card, or with crypto using your MetaMask wallet, Coinbase wallet, or again, bank transfer, which is the other option here. So again, you can use ETH if you are interested to take part. Now, you do need KYC for some methods of taking part in this token sale. So I'm not sure if people in the United States can take part. Based on what they're seeing in the FAQ section, you can take part if you're from the United States, because if you invest with crypto, you don't actually need to do KYC. So you don't need to upload any documents, and they don't care about where you're from. And this kind of concerns me, because I know that regulations in the United States are very strict when it comes to token sales. but I'm not sure how they're going to manage this or how they've managed this from a legal perspective when it comes to taking part in these token sales from the United States, because we know how strict it is, right? So here we could see the different rounds and the token price. So again, the token price started off at 1 cent here, 1.2 cents, as you can see, for the first $50,000. That was the first round. And that was round 2 to 50 then, which got completed. Then round 51 to 100 raised between 100,000 and 500,000. And then the final round, which is live here, you could see it's trading. Well, it's going to be buyable at 2 cents, 2.1 cents for up to 750,000. And then that's going to end. And then they've got a remaining pool here as well for the price of 2.2 cents. Now, you may be asking yourself, why is the price so low? Well, it's due to the supply, and we're going to talk about the supply when we look at Etherscan. But let's take a look at the distribution here, because this is always important, right? The tokenomics aspect is always important. So we've got a token sale. 50% is allocated to the token sale, okay? And 8% to marketing, team and advisory board 8%, partnerships 8%, universities and faculty distribution only 2%, which I'm wondering why. Strategic development 24%. Now the reason I'm wondering why is because the whole purpose of this token is supposed to be for students. So the question is, why is only 2% allocated to universities? Maybe, I don't know why. Let me know what you think in the comments below, by the way. Now the Launchpad date. So again, do check this out here if you're interested. But this is pretty much how you can take part if you're interested. Again, do sign up. Because if you sign up, you get access to more information. You see, it tells you here you need to log in to continue. If you actually click on this, you cannot directly deposit and connect to your MetaMask wallet unless you sign up. So yeah, they want your email address obviously to have the information before you can directly make a purchase if you're interested. Now let's take a look at the FAQ here. So we've got more detailed information in this, right? So what is the STC Launchpad ICO? Well, the initial coin offering will be the major funding event for the student coin project. During the Launchpad, investors will be able to purchase up to 60% of the STC total supply. The STC Launchpad ICO will be different from other ICOs, and as it will support fiat payments, contain multiple rounds of financing, have advanced affiliate program, and what is the most important, will be performed based on the already deployed token STC. What are the goals? So you can find out more info here. When will it be performed? So it will be performed on the 1st of February 2021, which already completed, and it's going to run till the 30th of April, so till the end of this month. We can see what are the different rounds of financing. And if we go down here with the requirements, okay, so this is the part that I wanted to talk about. So there will be no KYC required for most of the payment methods, okay, I'm assuming for crypto. The collected data will be limited to the email and password with the two-factor authentication, where the user will need to confirm the email each time during the logged in and STC withdrawals. And the STC Launchpad ICO will be available in every region and country without a geographical limit. So this is my concern here, is like, how come this can actually be done? What is the reason behind this, right? What is the reason behind this? Because I know that the SEC doesn't like this kind of situation unless you've got some sort of regulation in place, so some sort of agreement with the SEC to allow people in the United States to take part. So I don't know how they're managing this, right? This would actually be interesting. I'd be interested to find out. I probably should have asked them before just to get an answer to this, but yeah, I mean, if they're saying that it's okay, it probably is, right? Maybe they've done their research because they know what the consequences are if the SEC gets involved, right? So you can check the detailed STC Launchpad ICO terms of use and AML and KYC policy if you're interested. So that it's good that they've got that information, right? Do check that out. Do more research on that, by the way, because you gotta be safe, right, at the end of the day. Now let's talk a little bit about the core team here. So we've got more information on them, right? So their team consists of 38 active members, from which we have formed the core team, the general team, advisory board, and ambassador team. The core team consists of 9 full-time members actively developing the project. The general team is of 12 members helping in the development of the project. part-time, usually focusing on a detailed task. And the ambassador team consists of 11 people representing student coin projects at the top universities and usually sustains our contacts with student organizations and unions. The advisory board consists of 6 experienced members and are involved in a project on a daily basis, supervising the strategic, technological, legal, and business matters. Student coin team is mainly constructed by people from Poland, which corresponds to 27 out of 38 members. The rest of the team are from the United States, France, Vietnam, Australia, Russia, and the Republic of South Africa. What is more is that the student coin team is unique in terms of affiliation, representing 17 universities, as you can see here, all these different universities. The following list represents all of the team members, function, affiliated university, and most important links as LinkedIn. So yeah, again, I've actually clicked on the CEO's link here, and again, it's exactly the same problem. You cannot actually access it, but everyone else is accessible, so you can check out their experience and so on. But let's end this with the actual tokenomics in the sense of the max total supply. So here you could see why the price is so low, why it's going to be only 2 cents if you do decide to buy it, and that is because we've got a max total supply of 10 billion STC. Okay, so that is quite a lot. It is quite a lot, but it is what it is, right? We are in the bull market, so that does actually help. If this was the bear market, I would have said 2 cents is probably overpriced. Because in the bear market, when a token is trading at an ICO price, when it then hits exchanges, it tends to dump below that ICO price just because it's the bear market, right? And this is mostly because of people that got into the private sale, which was less than the token sale, than the public sale, as you well know, and so on, right? But in this case, we've got everything available on the website. You could see that it was trading, or not trading, sorry, it was buyable at 1 cent. And as you can see at the moment, it's gonna cost you 2 cents, so it is a 2x for those people that got in at 1 cent. So here you could see that unless there's some kind of lockup mechanism for those people, and I'm assuming there may be, I didn't see that information, but please do check the FAQ and read more about the tokenomics and how they're gonna manage that bit. But assuming that, then there is a potential chance that those people could sell, right, at a 2x profit or more. But again, because we're in a bull market, I'm not too concerned about that. The most important thing for me right now is transparency and to see them actually list on an exchange, right, to keep their word and to actually get the job done at the end of the day, right? So here we could see that there are a lot of transactions going on, a lot of transfers are happening. Here you could see that a lot of swaps have taken place. So even like 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago. So there's constant activity here all throughout the day for this token. So that's always good to know, right? If we go to the holders section here, you could see that the student coin deployer holds 5 billion, okay, which is 50%. And then the rest here you could see are distributed across, right? So again, the deployer does actually distribute, but I'm assuming what they did here is they've actually distributed from the deployer to a different wallet, and then that spreads it or distributes it to other wallets as well, depending on how many people want to purchase. Again, a lot of these are probably the team ones. As you can see here, some of the larger ones that we have. So in total, 948 token holders. So quite a lot, almost hitting the 1,000 mark. But that's it from today's video, just to kind of give my final thoughts on this. I do think it has good potential as long as they are really as transparent as they say they are. I mean, we've got the team here available on the website. You can see them and so on. But we need to get a bit more information about the situation with the token sale from the United States. And how are they really going to collaborate with these universities? So I need to keep an eye out and see how things are progressing, how they're doing, and perhaps I'll do a follow-up video in the near future to see how they progress. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do think they have good potential, especially if they're going to find a way to help those students with those student loan debts, because we know that that's horrible. Like I said, I've been watching the Ramsey show quite a lot, and it's shocking to see how many students in the United States are suffering with debts which are like over $200,000 and so on, and they're trying to get out of that debt. So if there's a way that students can come together and maybe find a way using blockchain technology to work around that and to help each other, that would be awesome, right? So yeah, that's it from today's video. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and as always, please don't forget to like if you enjoyed and leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.